Hey everyone, do you have scratches, scrapes and dents in your plastic bumper bars? Well, today in this episode, I'm going to show you how to fix it using 3 different methods. The first method is using spray cans, so you don't need a gun or compressor for that method. The second method is using a small touch-up gun and a compressor in your garage. And the third method is doing it the way a professional body shop would do it, in a spray booth, clear coating the whole bumper bar. My name is Dave, you're watching Custom Spray Mods. Okay, the first thing you need to do is sand out all your scratches with some 120 grit dry sandpaper and a block. If there are any deep gouges or scratches, this is also going to prepare it for the body filler and help it stick in there really good. So make sure you get into all those little scratches and dents that you might have. Here's an example of a scratch that's too deep just to be sanded out. That's going to need body filler. Because I'm going to repair this rear bumper bar the way a body shop would do it, I need to remove it from the vehicle, and then I'll be clearing the whole thing in a spray booth. Now that we've got it all sanded and prepared, it's time to clean it with some wax and grease remover, and then we'll be ready for the next step. Okay, now it's time to apply the plastic body filler and mix your hardener correctly. Make sure it's all mixed in together and you'll be ready to apply it to the dents and the scratches. After about 20 minutes to half an hour, you can start sanding your body filler and getting it the right shape that you want. Use the 120 grit sandpaper and a block, and you should be right. Okay, I've sanded my body filler, and now it's time to just prepare the area for primer. So I'm going to sand around the repair using 800 grit wet sandpaper, mask it up, clean it with some wax and grease remover, and I'll be ready for my primer. Now I'm going to apply 3 to 4 coats of this plastic high fill primer. It's got a bit of a build to it, so it'll fill in any fine scratches that you might have. After about half an hour to an hour of leaving the primer, it's time to unmask it and sand it again with 800 grit wet sandpaper. This is going to smooth it all out, ready for my colour. Okay, now it's time to mask up. Now, I want to try and keep the paint in this area here, because the idea is to hide that line. So I'm going to hide the line here and along there, and then blend it on the smallest area possible. So I'm going to try and mask up here, and mask around there, and then we're going to paint this area, clear coat it, and blend the clear over there. So let's do it. by folding the tape in half, it creates a feathered edge on your paintwork. By applying it that way, you won't get a hard edge of your clear coat, so that's just going to stand out. So we're going to paint over the repair, which is about to here, and then after here we're going to clear coat the whole thing and then just finish the clear off about here. That's where we're going to blend it in. Okay, so you can head over to your local paint shop and grab the paint you want in an aerosol can, then you'll be ready to go. If you can, also grab a can of just straight thinners, so that'll help us later on. Okay, now it's time to spray 3 to 4 coats of the colour, waiting 10 minutes between coats, then another 10 minutes later, I'll be ready for my clear. Now it's time for the clear coat. It's always handy to heat up your can because that'll allow that paint to flow a lot easier and you'll get a nice smooth, clean, glossy finish. Once again, spray 3 to 4 coats of the clear coat, waiting 10 minutes between coats. Alrighty, I'm up to my third and final coat. Now, on that blend area at the end of the bar, I'm going to spray this. It's just a can of straight thinners. So if you can get that from the paint shop, you're in luck. So it'll help that blend just melt into the existing paint and will stop it from frying up over time. So if you get that, it's good to finish. Alrighty, so I've let it dry for about half an hour to an hour. Now it's time to take off the masking, see what it looks like. Okay, so I've used my spray cans to get the left side of the bumper bar all repaired. Now it's time to use a spray gun. And I'm in the garage, and you're allowed to spray small amounts with a spray gun out in the open. So let's go. Okay, now it's time to mix up my base coats. I'm mixing it 50-50 with base coat reducer. Then I can throw it in my gun. I'm ready to spray it. Okay, so I'm doing this with the spray gun, and it's pretty much the same method as with the spray can. I'm going to spray the colour on the whole repair, and then I'm going to clear coat the whole panel, and then try and blend it just up in this area here, using the clear and the fade out thinners. And that's just going to make it so that you don't see a dry edge, and it's going to last quite a long time. So yeah, if you can find a small area on your bumper bar, like a curve or a line, it's best to mask up that way it hides that clear, hides that edge, so you don't notice it. Once again with the colour, you want to do 3 to 4 coats of colour, waiting 10 to 15 minutes between coats. Another 10 minutes, ready for your clear. Okay, so I've got my base coats down, now it's time to put my clear coat on. And I'm just going to clean the gun. And when I clean the gun after putting my colour down, I like to just rinse some thinners in the gun. And don't forget, if you've cleaned your gun, then you've adjusted your settings. So make sure you readjust your gun so you don't spray that clear on there and it just comes out in one big blob. Spraying the clear coat is exactly the same. You want to spray 3 to 4 coats, waiting 10 to 15 minutes between coats. Okay, so I finished my third coat of clear, and now I need to blend that edge, and I'm going to use this product called Fade Out Thinners, and it's got a UV protective substance in it that will help that edge of the blend actually stay good for a very long time. So it's just a matter of pouring out your clear and just putting a little bit of the Fade Out Thinners in. Just using it to use it to wet up that edge of the blend, and it'll just make that existing clear melt into the new clear, and you won't get that dirty edge that we all hate. So. Now, because I need to get home to Mrs. Dave, I'm just speeding up the drying process of this clear with a infrared heating lamp. And if you get your hands on one of these, it is awesome. This thing will be dry in about 20 to 30 minutes, and it will be drivable. Otherwise, you really should leave it for about an hour or two before you start driving. Maybe even longer. The longer the better. With one of these bad boys, I can get it cured, and I can just go home, and hopefully dinner will be ready. Les, dinner? Okay, I'm out here at Concept Paints, and I've prepared my bumper bar, painted the whole thing with 1000 grit sandpaper, cleaned it with wax grease remover. I'm ready for my base coats. Now, this sunscreen mask that you can see here is actually the bare minimum you can use when spraying 2-pack. So I'm in a booth, I'm going to spray this with 2-pack clear. I should wear an air-fed mask. So I've got that here. It's got a fresh air supply that comes into the air-fed, and I'm going to wear overalls, gloves, protect my skin and my body from that 2K harmful toxic chemicals that it produces. So let's do it. The first thing you need to do after sanding is always clean it with a tack rag. Now first I'm going to spray some of this adhesion promoter on the bumper bar, and that's just going to help my paint stick on there even better than just sanding it. So here it goes, and that will help you get mad adhesion. Okay, so I've got the adhesion the motor down. Now it's time to put my base coat on. Now I'm only going to spray the base coat over that repair, over that primer that I applied on there. And I'm just going to try and blend it out so I don't put the colour to the edge of the panels. So when I put it back on the car, I want that colour to match. So I'm going to put the colour over the repair and then clear coat the whole bumper bar. So let's do it. After clear coat, the panel is left in the spray booth and baked for about an hour. Then it can be attached back on the car and ready to go. Well, there you go. I showed you how to repair your plastic bumper bars using 3 different methods. The spray cans and blending the clear coat, and also how a professional would do it in a body shop, in a spray booth, clear coating the entire panel. Obviously the first 2 ways are a cheap, quick and easy method to repair scratches. But the third method will repair that bumper bar the right way and you'll never have a problem with your clear again. So at the end of the day, it's a lot better than driving around with scratches and dents in your plastic bumper bars. So you can download the PDF on my website, www.customspraymods.com, and that includes all the materials you need for this kind of job. So till next time, my name's Dave, and that was Custom Spray Mods.